We are now going to have the inaugural address by T.S. Krishnamurthy, the Chief Election Commissioner, former Chief Election Commissioner of India. Shri T.S. Krishnamurthy was the Chief Election Commissioner of India. He oversaw the 2004 general elections to the Lok Sabha. He has also been an observer to elections in Zimbabwe and the US presidential elections in 2004. Shri Krishnamurthy has won gold medals in history, economics, and political science at the University of Mysore. He has also completed a master's degree in fiscal studies from the University of Bath, United Kingdom. Shri Krishnamurthy, sir.
Swami Gautamaranda ji, Swami Ramananda, just I'll take the paper. Swami Atma Ramananda ji, Swami Veerabhadrananda ji. First of all, I must say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 2000 இளைஞர்கள் இருக்கும் ஒரு சபையில் பேசுவதற்கு எனக்கு வாய்ப்பு கொடுத்ததற்கு முதல்ல என்னுடைய நன்றியும் வணக்கத்தையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். India is at crossroads now. Victor Hugo some years back said, "We live in the best of times and we live in the worst of times." It is indeed true. Even today, he said it during the French Revolution times. Almost every day we witness some very inspiring words and deeds and very discouraging and demotivating words and deeds. It's very unfortunate that man fights against another man. A community fights against another community, and for frivolous reasons. I am glad that the Ramakrishna Mission has undertaken this responsibility to bring so many young men and women, to inspire them, to motivate them, and to make them believe that we can improve our society. About 173 years back, or 76 years back, the great Swami Ramakrishna was born, and he has been the founder of this great movement. After so many struggles and strains and tribulations and trials, India got its independence in 1947. 62 years have passed. And can we say that we have really achieved independence? Can we say that we have realized the fruits of freedom? On the midnight of 14th August, 15th August, the famous Tryst with the Destiny speech was delivered by our first Prime Minister, hoping that when India will awaken to freedom and liberty when the whole world sleeps, and it will achieve great goals to be a leader in the Committee of Nations. In 1950, we adopted perhaps the longest written constitution in the world, with nearly 400 articles and schedules. And we considered that this great democracy will bring about tremendous changes to improve the status of the people here. But even after 62 years of independence, there is so much of inequality, there is so much of injustice, there is so much of criminality, corruption, chicanery and whatnot. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நிலையில நாம் நம்ம நாடு என்ன செய்ய போறது? Mere strength in the army, mere armaments cannot bring about peace and progress. You can see from the pages of history that no monarch, no dictator, no ruler has been able to achieve peace and progress by his military or their military might. The written constitution, when it was adopted by India, it was thought by the founders of the Constituent Assembly that we will bring in a real democracy. The preamble of our constitution says, we, the people of India, will bring about social equality, freedom, liberty and justice. Those noble ideals which were set as the goals of our constitutional democracy seem to be still in paper. In the world, there are more than 130 democracies now, and each one of them claims themselves to be a sound democracy. But unfortunately, none of them is a perfect democracy. And none of them is an ideal democracy. But some of them have done well in the service of the community. They have done in a manner that education is accessible to all. They have done justice as far as possible to all the people, equality before law and so on. But there are many who carry the structure of democracy but are not democracy in form and substance. Particularly, the democracies in Asia and Africa seem to be suffering from a feudal culture, a culture where efficiency and honesty, humility and integrity are not very predominantly present. So it is necessary for us to have a look at our own democracy. Now we have been witnessing increasing poverty, increasing corruption, intolerable violence, poor sanitation and public hygiene. Crores of rupees of taxes are collected by the government, by the center and the states. And yet, we cannot say that we have eliminated hunger from this country. I am associated with some non-governmental organizations where we go and work in some of the villages in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. You people, particularly in Tamil Nadu, are far lucky when you compare to the miserable conditions of the children in those areas.